I slid off my chair. There is a very bad problem going on with Ethereum. XRP is going to $20 because Ethereum is supposedly going to moon soon. This is because look at what just happened. It seems like every day a new institution, company, or entity buys a lot of Ethereum off the open market or over the counter. Something strange is going on, guys. It looks like all season could be right around the corner. Check this out. News flash. This person just bought 30,000 Ethereum, which are worth 138 million. He got 53,000 Ethereum worth $242,000 over the last 2 days. Then Two Will addresses just bought Ethereum worth 150 million. Two Wills bought 150 million worth of Ethereum just now. That's the second one. Ethereum worth 258 million was bought by an unknown will. What's going on here? Yes? What's going on, guys? That's right. BlackRock just spent $500 million on Ethereum. The big banks are buying the drop. Yes, that's pretty much it for the past week. Even though we sold, they still want to buy. It's going after Ethereum. ETF just bought. Ethereum was bought for $500 million by ETFs. 318 million was bought by BlackRock. 145 million were bought by Fidelity. Grayscale bought 50 million men. That's right, Bitmine just spent $130 million on Ethereum. They have $5.2 billion worth of ETH in their possession right now. Watch out. It's worth $100 million that Tom Lee is buying Ethereum. Then BlackRock now has more than $16 billion worth of Ethereum. Guys, you didn't buy this to lose money. Something interesting is going on. That's why all these whales are buying so much Ethereum, right? It's almost like they move, like they go from buying Bitcoin all the time to buying so much Ethereum all at once, as I can see on my feed. Another thing is that a lot of cash comes in all at once. If you haven't guessed yet, we want Ethereum to go up in value. Because XRP and ETH go well together, we actually want it to pump. We know that if ETH goes up, the price of XRP will go through the roof, which will destroy Ethereum's return on investment. If Ethereum moons, XRP will moon twice or 3 times as hard. No, I'm not joking. This is where we'll talk about the chart soon. This is really great news. It's really going to get crazy. Then Trump bought another $8.6 million worth of Ethereum and then $10 million worth of Bitcoin. Right now, BlackRock just bought $338 million worth of Ethereum, which is good news for ETH. Freshwill bought another $138 million worth of Ethereum, which means he has now bought over 200 million ETH in the last 2 days. Wills are buying up like never before. Bitmind and Immersion Tech want to buy Ethereum with $20 billion. What's going on? This is the same plan that Bitcoin guys use. Don't forget that the same thing will happen with XRP when these ETFs start trading. That's why I call it raising prices as much as possible. See the plan that's being used? It happened with Bitcoin and is happening now with Ethereum. Next is XRP, which will be released in a few months if you hadn't already picked up on that. It will only be a matter of time before TikTok $20 XRP. I am not joking. Bitmine Immersion Technologies Inc. up to $20 billion, though. I mean, how is this even real? Like, what's going on here? They're supposedly trying to get as much money as possible, up to 20 billion guys, and they plan to pour all of that money into Ethereum. What? Oh no, this is evil. The last time Ethereum bank companies bought $10 billion worth of ETH, it sent the price of Ethereum from $2,000 to $4,500, right? Plus, retailers are getting in because when retailers feel fear of missing out, they'll be on that rocket ship owing to space, guys. Just think about what 20 billion will buy, okay? People want ETH prices to be above 10,000 or north of 10,000. Once more, very good news for XRP. Just an Ethereum comp. No, this just can't be what's going to happen if this actually happens. Remember when I told you that my price goal for Ethereum by the end of the cycle was before the crash? Okay, people thought I was crazy because it's about 30 to 100K. Now, though, am I really crazy? I knew it. You guys, I knew this was going to happen. Guys, they're going to buy half of the stock on the exchanges. You already know it will be, yes, Ethereum will go up to around 50K to 100K this cycle. I am not joking. Exchange-traded funds, ETFs, just bought $100,000 worth of Ethereum. 640 mil ETH was bought by USC BlackRock. 270 mil ETH was bought by Fidelity. Grayscale paid 80 mil ETH. The big banks are coming for Ethereum. Took place on August 12th. There are rumors that Saudi Arabia also wants to buy Ethereum. It looks like everyone wants ETH, guys. What do we see when we look at this chart from BlackRock for Ethereum ETF? In an interesting twist, the pattern slowly got stronger last year, right? That's when the first peak happened, right? A small top for the short term. You guys are where tariffs were born, okay, from Trump. After that, we began to speed up again. The organization is buying ETH. But look at what happened now, from last month to now. Crazy, huh? This makes me think that the season is coming up soon. I don't want to talk too much about the season because this is mostly about Ethereum and XRP for the reason that I will say it here in a moment. As Zero Hedge said, as algorithms puked Ethereum today on the momentum ignition. But you won't believe what the ETFs did. Yes, they bought everything that was for sale. Over 600 million was brought in on one of the days with the most money ever. As always, BlackRock's $520 million put it first, and this was not long ago. Bloomberg says that Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs had their busiest week ever, with a record $40 billion in trades. So what I want to know is why no one is excited. Stores aren't even here yet. With every drop we get on these coins, people are getting scared. Not many people know this, but if you look at the back end, institutions are buying as much as they can. This is also why Ethereum was booming, right? In that case, it was almost at a new all-time high. They are supposedly buying because price goals are going crazy right now. Turner Bank changes the time frame to 25 years and the price goal for Ethereum to 7.5K. Prices are now being asked for by banks to go up. Forbes says that Ethereum will reach $10,000. Ethereum ETH price is $10,000 now that we know Ethereum will reach $5,000. It's going to happen, they said. Literally say, again, what did Bitcoin do, right? We need to look at this picture because I know a lot of people are optimistic about ETH. Okay, I know that a lot of people are optimistic about ETH, but are you guys, take a look at something I'm about to show you that you might not have seen yet. XRP and ETH are paired together in this way. For all the ETH max users, this is the Batman call, also known as the Batman signal or sign. It's very easy for me to explain this. It seems like you should trade in your Ethereum for XRP. I am not joking. I'm not joking. The reason is that this is the extra P versus E match, guys. At the very least, this thing is going to go back up here below its past all-time highs. That's just a what from this level, 300 or 400% of a pump for this. From this level, guys, 400,000% pump. So let's do some quick maths. Ethereum will pump to 10K, which is what you want. It's all good then. To be honest, I think a lot higher. I am not joking. I think about 50 to 200K. Really, so it's going to be 10,000, guys, right? Let's just say it was a 100% pump from this area. In that case, 100% pump from this area. Now, 100% that brings XRP to 650, but remember that it will go up about 3 to 400% more than ETH will. So when it's pretty much fine if ETH goes to 10,000, right? Now let's look at the shorter time frames. Not for that, but for extra P versus ETH, take a look at that. Where we asked for help, it's giving it. It needs to keep support where it is because there are a lot of resistance guys here. If it could do that right now, it definitely would. But I think there will be one more drop at some point. Take this cash one last time and then blast off. That's when we'll see the real rise. Why do I ask all of you Ethereum maxes? If you think Ethereum will go to 10,000 as Forbes says it will, wouldn't you want a bigger return on your investment? Yes. You might not think XRP is as safe, but you should check it out for yourself. This is for everyone at ETH. We have no more help to give right now. It's not funny to say that Ethereum will moon if you do what you want. Just buy XRP if you want to use your ETH as an extra loan. Plus, there isn't much risk because it's not real pressure. Your coins will be safe. It's called indirect influence, guys. If you buy XRP instead of ETH, you'll make more money. So why does Forbes want Ethereum to reach $10,000? But once more, ETH will hit $10,000 and XRP will hit $20, right? XRP will reach $100 if ETH prices rise to around $50,000 to $100,000. Recently, Ethereum has grown very quickly. Its price has gone from being below 1.5K in April to around 4.3K now, a nearly 200% increase. This rally is mostly due to a big rise in institutional acceptance, thanks to companies like SharpLink and BitMine. Diversified their treasuries by buying a lot of Ethereum. Plus, they're talking about 20 billion and more, and prices are going up. As you can see, you don't need a lot of cash to literally explode Ethereum, right? Hit it with a nuke. You don't need a lot of cash to make it go, and XRP alone is enough. Guys, when the market cap is low, you don't need as much cash to make it go crazy. Since so much money is going into ETH, it will flood into XRP. What is it going to do? All boats will rise. It'll be the worst all season ever known to man. This corporate interest provides stable long-term buying pressure that is different from the short-lived rallies that are driven by individual investors. Yes, once more, and we will know the top. Do you see what's so strange about this? When banks start to sell, we'll know that Ethereum, Bitcoin, and XRP have reached their peak, right? Things will go in a clear direction and it will be simple. I'm not joking when I say that you guys will become rich. I promise, I promise, I promise. We will do it one way or another. This trend shows that institutions believe in Ethereum's value and its promise for the future. But the most important question is, what could cause Ethereum to grow 2 times as fast and hit a level of around 10,000? This means that the main